Today for lunch, I'm making a chicken sauce piquant. Here's a, this is not a whole chicken I'm using. This is legs and thighs. That's how many pieces I got. First thing we'll do is dry them off real good. And then we're going to spray them with a little bit of olive oil. This is just a olive oil in a can. Works pretty good. Now we're going to put them in a broiler on high and get a nice brown on both sides of them. Next thing we'll do is dice one bell pepper, one large onion, and 2 stalks of celery. And I got my butter melted, nice and popping. Go ahead and add all the vegetables to it. And we'll cook this till the onions get translucent and a nice little brown to them. Basically right when the butter starts to brown, that's when we should be done with them. And I went ahead and put 2 tablespoons of minced garlic in there as well. Alright, my onions are just starting to brown. I'll go ahead and add my paste now. And we'll brown the paste for a couple minutes. That way it'll give it a nice dark color. And most people don't do this when they cook a sauce piquant, but it's nice to brown the paste. Like I said, just after a few minutes it will start getting a nice brown to it. So I did lower my fire because you don't want to scorch it. So as you can see, it's starting to get a little brown on them. That's kind of where we want it at. I'm going to let it go a little bit more, I think. Just keep stirring it because it will burn pretty easy if you don't watch it. So definitely keep a close eye on it. You don't want to burn your tomato paste, then you got to start over. My chicken's out the oven. Got a nice little brown on some of the pieces, which is kind of what we're shooting for. Plus it got rid of a lot of the grease from the fat. So there you go. I'm pretty happy with that. It started to get a little brown on it. So now we'll go ahead and add the small can of tomato sauce and 1 can of Rotel. And the key to making a sauce piquant is to don't add any water to it. And we'll go ahead and mix that together. Got 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. I think that'll be plenty to start with. May add more if I need to as it cooks. So let me get all this combined really well, and then I'll add the chicken to it. And that's how we look. Let's kind of get everything kind of coated with the sauce there, and we're going to just let this simmer on a very low heat for probably about 2 hours. And like I said, you ain't got to boil it or nothing. We're just going to simmer it real low. And yeah, that's how you make a chicken sauce piquant. Have this over some white basmati rice. And like I said, after, I don't know, probably after an hour or so, I'll check it. See if I got to add any more seasonings to it, which I'm sure I will. But just wanted to get us started with a little bit Cajun seasoning. Alright. Everything's done at this point. I went ahead and kind of checked a few pieces of my chicken, and as you can see, they just kind of, they just kind of flaking apart at this point. So we are done. Turn the fire off. Nice thick gravy. Not too much grease in it. Like I said, it's mostly just a little bit of that butter that I put in when I first started. It never stuck. Of course, I'm using a non-stick pot, and it's new, so it probably won't be sticking for quite a while. Probably a year. But yeah, I'm really liking this pot, by the way. Probably not the proper pot to cook a sauce piquant in, but worked out pretty good. I gave it a taste around the hour mark or so, and seasoning was good. I didn't add anything else to it. Let's say all I did was add that 1 tablespoon of that Cajun seasoning. I use that quite often. Just, you don't have to really guess with it. So yeah, there you go. We'll have this over some white basmati rice. And I cooked it a little earlier, so I'm gonna just turn it off and I'll rewarm it when I'm ready to eat. Well, been kind of having my little sauce piquant just sitting there. That's how we look. I'm gonna have to heat it up in a little while, but it's still kind of warm, but the sauce should be nice and thick, not watery at all, because that would just make for an awfully bad sauce piquant if it was watery. Ooh, they got a good taste too. I like this every now and then. Very simple. Do the same thing with fish. Instead of putting chicken, put fish, beef, pretty much any kind of meat. It's all the same. That's pretty much it.